Hello everyone, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Keisha and today I'm going to talk about the books that I hope to read in the month of June. First I'm going to go ahead and talk about the books because that will overlap a little bit into the videos that I plan to do. So first up, I have a cozy mystery that is set at the seaside. This is Murder on Cape Cod by Maddie Day. I don't really remember a lot about this one except that it takes place at a bike shop, or it's surrounding a bike shop. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the back in case you haven't heard of this one before. Summer is busy season for Mackenzie Mac Almeida's bicycle shop, nestled in the quaint seaside hamlet of Westham, Massachusetts. She's expecting an influx of tourists at Mac's bikes. Instead, she discovers the body of Jake Lacey. Mac can't imagine anyone stabbing the down-on-his-luck handyman. However, the authorities seem to think Mac is a strong suspect after she was spotted arguing with Jake just hours before his death. Mac knows she didn't do it, but she does recognize the weapon, her brother Derek's fishing knife. Mac's only experience with murder investigations is limited to the cozy mystery she reads with her local book group, the Cozy Capers. So to clear her name, and maybe her brother's too, Mac will have to summon help from her Cozy Capers co-investigators and a library's worth of detectives' tips and tricks. For a small town, Westham is teeming with possible killers, and this is one mystery where Mac is hoping for anything but a surprise ending. Next up, I have two books that I'm planning to do a vlog for. I'm also going to be buddy reading them with my friend Yvette, and so I'm really excited to finally read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry and Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez are two of the most well-loved, popular, hyped-up romance authors on BookTube and on Book Talk and basically everywhere. So I knew that it was time for me to pick up more Emily Henry because this is not my first. I have read Beach Read, and this will be my first Abby Jimenez. So first let's talk about People We Meet on Vacation. I want to go into both of these relatively blind, so I'm not going to go in depth in the synopses, but also I hope that maybe you've seen these around or heard of them before, so maybe you won't be too in the dark. But this is a summary friends to lovers, maybe second chance romance. I don't know if it's both. Two best friends, 10 summer trips, one last chance to fall in love. So I'm very excited for this one. This is my predicted favorite Emily Henry book. I've read Beach Read and I do plan to read this one, and then Book Lovers. I'm not sure if I'll continue after that, but I want to kind of see how well I like Emily Henry. Beach Read was a 4-star for me, but overall not one of my favorite romances just because there's a lot more packed into Emily Henry's stories than just like a fluffy romance. And sometimes I just want a fluffy romance. I do like other things involved, but just not for like 400 pages. And both of these authors do a lot of that. So I'm interested to see what I'm going to think of these. But that's People We Meet on Vacation. And then Part of Your World, I'm not even really sure about. I know that this man has a goat. And I think people have said something. I don't know if this is the one that people talk about like being similar to Grey's Anatomy, or if it's the one after this, or both. I'm not familiar with Grey's Anatomy, so that does absolutely nothing for me, but everybody loves this book. It says it's a funny, powerful novel about trading in the life you have for the life you want. So again, I'm not going to go into too much detail about either one of these, but I do plan on doing a romance vlog for these two, as well as reading them with my friend Yvette from Live Grace Adores over on Instagram. Next, I have 3 graphic novels that I plan to read. So the first one is Song of the Sea, and this is adapted by Samuel Satin. This is based on a film by Tom Moore. I do remember the movie coming out, but I've never seen the movie, and I thought that I actually might enjoy the graphic novel more, and so I decided to pick this one up. It is a lush story about a family adrift after loss and the magical adventures that brings them back from the depths. Many years after the disappearance of their mother, siblings Ben and Swarsea are still drowning in grief, as is their lighthouse keeper father. Ben blames his little sister for the loss of their mother, and despite being 6 years old, Swarsea has yet to speak. When the kids discover that Swarsea is a Selkie and the magical world that their mother told stories about is real, they dive into an adventure to keep the spirit world from disappearing forever. I'm very excited to read this one. I just kind of happened upon this one day, and I'm really excited about it. So it has very beautiful illustrations. I have no doubt that this is going to be a story that touches my heart. So I'm really hoping to get to this one soon, since it is a very summery book. The next one I have is Shark Summer by Ira Marks. This is a young adult graphic novel. and it is set around blockbuster movies, secret histories, and evil sharks. After this summer, you'll never go in the water again. When a Hollywood film crew arrives on Martha's Vineyard with a mechanical shark and a youth film contest boasting a huge cash prize, disgraced pitcher Gail Bluestreak Breyer sees a chance to turn a bad season into the best summer ever. After recruiting aspiring cinematographer Elijah Jones and moody director Maddie Gray, Gail sets out to uncover the truth of the island's own sea monster and win the prize money. But these unlikely friends are about to discover what happens when you turn your camera toward the bad things lurking below the surface. This one sounds like it could be a little bit nostalgic for me, which is going to play into a TBR that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But especially just seeing this shark up here, it reminds me a lot of Jaws. So I'm hoping that this will be a good one. The graphic novel art style is not my favorite, but it's like colorful enough and intriguing enough of a synopsis and a story that I am interested in checking this one out. And the last graphic novel on my list is Surfside Girls, The Secret of Danger Point by Kim Dwinell. I heard about this one, I believe, last year, and I've been really intrigued to pick it up. I did haul it quite a while ago, but I wanted to save it for summer, so I thought this was a really good time to pick it up. There's also something about this for me that feels very nostalgic. I don't know if it's because I was watching like surfer movies as a kid or what, but I'm very intrigued by this one, and I think it's also a little bit paranormal. It says, things are getting weird in Surfside. Lately, Samantha's best friend Jade explodes into fits of giggles whenever she sees a boy, and it's throwing a wrench into the kickback summer of surfing and hanging out that Sam had planned. But after swimming through a secret underwater cave, Sam starts to see things like ghosts and strange creatures, and maybe something even scarier. Can she and Jade get to the bottom of this mystery in time to save their town? So you've got a beachy seaside summer town, you've got a secret mystery and potentially like some paranormal stuff going on. So I'm very excited to read this one, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. The art style is really cute. It's more of like a watercolor style, or maybe it's not watercolor, but it just looks really cute, and I'm very excited to check this one out also. And the last book that I hope to read is The Soulmate by Sally Hepworth. This has been on and off a few of my TBRs, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but all of you know, or maybe you don't know, maybe it's your first time here, but Sally Hepworth is my favorite author, so I will get to this sooner rather than later, hopefully this month. I've been really intrigued by this concept for this book because this is one of Sally's more thrillery books, and it is set on this Australian coast where there's this couple that lives on this cliff's edge, and people tend to go there to end their lives. It's very well known for that. And Gabe, the husband in this relationship, is also known for talking people off the ledge. One day there is a woman standing out on the ledge, and Gabe is talking to her as normal, but then the wife is like watching through the window, and then she turns around for a second to check on a kid or something like that, and then turns back around to the window, and the woman is not on the ledge anymore. So we're not really sure what happens. Did Gabe push her? Did she jump? Was he not able to talk her off? Did they know each other? Did they not? There's a lot of gray area in here where we don't really know what's going on, and I think that just sets up a really interesting story. So I'm excited to read one of Sally's more thrillery books, and hopefully I'll get to it this month. So these are all of the books that I hope to get to. I do have a couple of videos. Like I said, with my romance vlog and my Buddy Read with Yvette, I'm going to be doing Part of Your World and People We Meet on Vacation. But I'm also co-hosting a readathon this month called Suns Out, Books Out with my friend Liv from Liv's Library, Elizabeth from Ponytails and Paperbacks, and Mackenzie from The Literary Lane. This is going to take place from June 23rd through the 25th, so it is a 72-hour readathon, and we are going to be reading just basically summary books. We do have some reading prompts and photo prompts. We'll be doing reading sprints that weekend as well, so definitely check out more information. I will have my announcement video linked down below. I don't actually have my TBR set for that yet because I've been mood reading a lot lately, and this is very much just a TBR of things I'm feeling in the mood for. I think there may possibly be some other books that come on this list. There may be some books that come off. So this is not a set in stone TBR. I'm not 100% sure if I'll read all these. This is just what I feel in the mood for today. That could change throughout the month. So that's why I want to let you know this is more of a possibility pile than an actual to be read. So mentioning Suns Out, Books Out, obviously some of these books may come into play for my TBR for that, but we also have a group read that I don't own yet, and it is called The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. All I know about this is it is summery. I think it deals with like grief or some hard-hitting elements as well. And there are bukus of Taylor Swift song references throughout. So I'm here for it. It is a YA romance. Some of those can be hit or miss for me, but some of my friends have read this and really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that I will too. Along with that, that's probably going to go into either my book with water on the cover prompt for Suns Out, Books Out, or it could go for my beach read prompt. But I also think that Murder on Cape Cod could go for my beach read prompt. I don't think that I'm going to save People We Meet on Vacation and Part of Your World for this readathon, because I feel like I'll be so overwhelmed with the readathon that I won't be able to focus fully on these. So I probably won't leave those as options. But these 3 graphic novels are definitely options. I think, like I said, Shark Summer seems very nostalgic for me because it seems very like 90s-esque with like Jaws and everything. And then also I could use this for water on the cover, Song of the Sea. And then Surfside Girls, again, water on the cover or nostalgia. I could really interchange these wherever. So there's a good chance that I'll be using those for my Suns Out, Books Out TBR. And then again, I also could end up using The Soulmate, or I could read it at a different time. It's really just going to depend on my mood, what books I end up reading for what. So I'm just going to keep this stack kind of readily available for me to grab when I feel like different things. I am feeling like romance. I could end up buying some new books. I have been really interested in reading Sarah Adams, so I could pick up something from her. I'm not really sure, but this is basically what I'm going for right now. So along with my vlog for Part of Your World and People We Meet on Vacation, I'm also going to be doing a Suns Out, Books Out vlog. And then this month, I'm also going to be sharing all of my anticipated releases for the second half of the year. I did one of those videos for the first half of the year, and then I wanted to go ahead and do one for the second half. There are lots of books that I'm really looking forward to. So basically, that'll be a video where I sit down and read a lot of synopses to you about all these books that I'm really looking forward to. And then also, this is the month for the mid-year book freakout tag, so I'll probably be filming that as well. I had some other ideas here and there, but I think for the basis, that's going to be what I do, and then we'll just see how I feel throughout the month. But I'm really excited for everything planned this month. I also am going to be having a podcast episode with Gwen from Talk Bookish to Me podcast, and our episode, I believe, comes out on the 5th, but I will make sure and link the podcast down below so you can check that out, and I will share all about that over on my Instagram when the episode goes live. But the episode is a book shopping challenge, and I'm really excited for us to share that with you. Other than that, I don't think I really have any other plans for this month, so this is going to be my tentative TBR, as well as some video ideas that I have coming out later this month as well. But if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a beach wave emoji since it is summertime and I'm getting into all of my summer books. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends. That will overlay a little bit into the videos. Jovi, that was a juicy fart.